act a fool with this. I turn the knob, can't resist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call get the dash, can I catch me both? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secured the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew, ooh. Only winning is exception on my cool, yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, when I hit that. Yeah, when I hit that. I ain't like it nothing. Yeah, when I hit that.
The rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. They set up the screen for Dobbins. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
And Jackson throwing once more. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down. And forget about the run to set up the...
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Jackson will throw again. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Throwing now, Burrow on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
On second down, here's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On third down, Burrow. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down. Here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From midfield now, Burrow. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Ross, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here we go on fourth down with Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 7 on the year. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
21-yard line.
Six 0 our score after one.
With the score, Ravens 6, Bengals 0.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, look,
Now Burrow to throw on second down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
Second down and 5. A pitch comes to Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he's got it to make it now 13-0.
Makes the score Ravens 13, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Burrow looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
They'll go for it. Burrow. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 59's mark. 59's mark. Check. 59. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 19 times.
Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
1st down and goal to go.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Mike, check. 59. Hey, here we go.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt.
Here we go. Watch the back in 60.
Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field.
28-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Man, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
1st down, Cincinnati.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
16-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now it's Burrow. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Burrow. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On 2nd down, Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break. Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape. Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission. Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. On the run, it's Mixon. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets them down to the 6-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense. And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. 23. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break. Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At their own 23-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line. Going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
With the score.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Bengals.
Now it's Burrow. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They're going to try and throw. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Bengal 1st down.
And Burrow going to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st down, Bengals.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
By the wide receiver.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd and 2, Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
From the gun, Jackson. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big-time 3rd down play for field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Escaping the... And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Ravens 30, Bengals 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown.